luxury. They can't with me. Slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out y'all, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in. Made it to the lead, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang it. These no can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If Hit Boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury.
Yeah, thinking that it happened overnight, it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, cause they're timid. Look, wait. I got people trying to wish and pray that I'ma fall about it, all about it till we spoke in person. Don't wanna talk about it now, huh? Oh, you sound tough, toying with them, don't get wound up. How you wound up, another number in the round up.
Opened in 2001, it lies on the same site and retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. We're all set to go amidst the high-altitude snow here in Denver. And here we go at Mile High. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go.
And off to Benson to start the drive. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. That'll be caught by Troy Franklin. And he'll get this up close to the 40 before going out. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Benson on 1st and 10. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Dropping back to throw. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. Keeps himself upright. They get 40 on the big hitter. And the Broncos will have a first down.
I have loved this opening script. Aggressive, taking your shots. You know, the numbers tell you get an explosive play on a drive. In the NFL today, you're typically going to score. With that shot down the field, well, they're knocking on the door in the red zone.
Motion man sent left. Wideouts getting involved in the ground game. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. Offense up to the line fast. On 2nd and 9. On the move, headed right. This one's caught. And now he's going to head out of bounds after a nice game.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Has the Denver touchdown. The Broncos finish up an excellent opening series. Trey Benson, the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Power squib kick is taken in. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
Special teams always play an important role in ball games, and it does right here from the jump. That's going to give the offense terrific field position for this opening drive.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Richardson throwing to start out. Throw left side, complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on that game. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From the 41. He locates Adonai Mitchell. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. They get 22 on that one. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down. From the red zone now. Hits him on the in route. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
They'll throw again. Richardson. He's on the move. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have first and goal.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
So from the 3, here's second and goal.
Let's go.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
So now here's third and goal. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts finish off their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
And he'll probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Returnable from the 2.
Hey, it's Paul. I was listening to the album. Good luck. You're on your own.
Guess who's back? Back again. She's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
Well, look what the stork brung. Little baby devil with the forked tongue. And it's sticking out, yeah, like a sore thumb. With a forehead that it grew horns from. Still a white jerk. Pulling up in a Chrysler to the cipher with a in a light shirt. Lyrical technician, an electrician. Y'all light work. And I don't gotta play pretend. It's you I make believe. And you know I'm here to stay, cause me. If I was to ever take a leave, it would be aspirin to break a feed. If I was to ask for Megan D Stallion, if she would collab with me, would I really have a shot at a feat? I don't know, but I'm glad to be back like
Abracadabra.
And for my last trick,
I'm about to reach in my back, bruh.
like
Abracadabra.
and for my last trick.
Just like that, and I'm back, bruh.
Now back in the days of oat me, right around the time I became ate some as a way of coping. Take the case of turned me into smiley face emoji. May not be age appropriate, but I will put an 8-year-old floating deep with a participation trophy.
I have zero doubts that this whole world's about to turn into some Girl Scouts. That censorship girls out.
So when I started this verse, it did start off lighthearted at first, but it feels like I'm targeted. Mind-boggling how my profit is skyrocketed. Look what I pocketed. Yeah, it's just like y'all have been, like jogging in. I've been running at full speed, and that's why I'm ahead like my noggin. I'm the fight y'all get in when you debate who the best, but I'm some white. I step up to that mic, cock it then. Oh my God, attention.
We're a couple miles from the Colorado State Capitol building. It's in Power Field at Mile High here in Denver. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Right to the air is Richardson. Thrown left side, the catch is made.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Richardson operating from the pistol. He finds Raymond for the completion. They get 19 on that pass play. That's good for a Colts first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Here's a first carry for their running back. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
It's Richardson on the move. That'll be intercepted. Oh, yeah.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
Richardson to throw it here on first down. That's taken it. It's Xavier Leggett. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. On play action, Richardson. He's got it at about the 8. And he will get into the end zone. Xavier Leggett, touchdown Colts. His 6th touchdown now for the season. The extra point by Butker is good. And the Colts will take a 7-0 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. A short one taken at the 10. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now, faking the give. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. 16 yards on the game, and a quick first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
To the left side, caught by Lamb. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Second down and 3.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Go.
Back to throw. The throw on. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down. Well, a big play there, and maybe a big break, too. The ball going out of bounds so they keep possession and keep a little bit of this momentum going, Greg.
We see this across the league so much now, Mike. Defenders are getting so good at ripping that ball out. Unfortunately for them, in this case, they got the ball out, but it ended up going out of bounds.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
He'll look to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
3rd down, 3 to go.
Let's go now. Ready?
He's got it at the 3. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Broncos. The extra point, up and good. And the Broncos will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. From the gun, Richardson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Throwing on second down, Richardson. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. That one taken in right side by Leggett. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On the ground, here is the rookie from Texas A&M. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. They've got it at the 8, first down and goal. The motion man here is Mitchell. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. That one, take it in, middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Indy. The tight end using the middle of the field. I got a tight end next to me who's caught 60 NFL touchdowns, knows how to operate down in those spaces.
And that was my favorite place to operate, Mike. I always had this rule: the closer you got to the middle of the field, the worse they got at defending the pass. So that's where I wanted to work, and that's where this guy was working and leads himself to a touchdown.
Makes the score Colts 14, Broncos 7.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Here we go, set. Go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's got a man downfield. It's Mims. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
That's caught right side. It's Franklin. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest.
I fumbled the football. The Colts have got it.
And as As you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your finger...
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So they might be taking a look at this one. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he will have a Broncos first down by about 3 yards or so. Wind up getting 7, facing 3rd and 4.
That's such a deflating feeling for a defense here on 3rd and short. They've got great coverage, but they don't account for the quarterback picking it up with his legs. It's exactly what he's able to do here on the scramble. Fresh set of downs.
On the handoff, this is Benson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Let's go.
Now a give, but here comes a reverse. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be taken down.
I don't think we all appreciate enough just how difficult it is to throw on the run. The technique, the arm strength, the accuracy, all of those things on complete display on that first down pass.
Here's a run. And he'll plunge forward to the 2. Setting up 2nd and goal. From a little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Now they'll set up to throw. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Denver. Extra point attempt still to come. These kicks not a given in the snow, but this one is good. Broncos will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Richardson. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half.
He's going to let this one go. for Raymond. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Here's a 2nd and 9. Look wide, get this one complete, and he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
The motion man is Raymond. To the ground, a first down run. And he'll take this down to about the 7. Man in motion, heading left. And that ball intercepted by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 6.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll look to throw. That's taken in by Franklin. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot with Mims. And this will be tracked down and intercepted. Picked up by Nick Cross. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Throwing is Richardson. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final moments of this first half kicking with the lead now, as this one is in the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man downfield. It's Franklin. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Colts are on top as we send you to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman. He's got the EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we ready ourselves for the second half to follow. 3 points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Wow, they are hitting now. It's been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. On the move, left is Benson.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Now he takes off. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Mike, this is an impressive run, especially considering the fact it was zone coverage. That's a lot of defenders with eyeballs in the backfield focused on the quarterback. So to be able to escape the pocket and pick up good yardage, really good play.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He'll take off again.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. On 3rd down, they go with Benson.
Benson again, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 31. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So the Broncos will turn things over to the field goal unit. This will be a 48-yard attempt. That one is good. And the Broncos have tied it at 17.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The motion man here is Mitchell. On 1st down, it's Richardson. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
Look, I think any time, Mike, you find yourself all tied up in the second half of a ball game, it's all hands on deck. Both teams are trying to find a way. How can I separate? How can we give our side a clear advantage? That pick right there, killing that first series of this second half, that seems like one of those separators to me. Now, this offense, as they take the field, they have to capitalize and come away with points.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll go again with Benson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
They try the right side with Benson. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Got it into the hands of Mims. And he'll be taken down.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over, and now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
Let's go now.
A run on 1st and goal. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. Here now, 2nd down and goal.
Track at 60.
They'll throw out of the gun. That one taken in. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Broncos. An extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good. And the Broncos will go up by 7. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Richardson operating from the pistol. He finds Raymond for the completion. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
They'll go play action. It's Richardson. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Adonai Mitchell, the intended target. And it'll bring up second down. From the gun, Richardson. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
You just love to see this effort, especially on third down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
On play action, Richardson. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Richardson gonna look to throw. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be taken down. Sure, they're thinking about the decision after the touchdown since they're down 7. But first, they've got to get the team. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack.
That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 2 touchdowns for him in the game, and 16 on the year. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
That ties the game 24-24.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Now, he'll air one out. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now, faking the give. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot, and I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
Open man, right side, he's got it. 18 yards on the connection. 1st down, Broncos.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You're going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these 3rd down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
2nd down and 3. That's quickly out to Smith. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the 1st down on a gain of 7.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
That's taken in by the running back, Benson. 2nd time they've connected on this drive. 19 yards out of this one.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, 4th quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame them.
70 range, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. What a throw. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Denver. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The extra point is up and through. Broncos will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Out of shotgun, Richardson. That's to the left side, hauled in by Leggett.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Colts. And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
That ties the game, 31-31.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Start out with a run, and it's Benson. And that'll be a short gain up to the 27-yard line.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
9. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Now he'll run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Mims sent in motion here. A give. Here's Benson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Another try, 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's taken in left side by Smith. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
A clutch throw here to keep their chances alive. Tie ball game as they approach midfield now. They've got to keep an eye on the clock. They've got to find a way to get this ball into field goal range, stop the clock, and see if your kicker could be a hero.
They'll run here, and he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
On the ready.
They'll come up now for second down.
Set.
Mims sent in motion here.
Warrior 70. Ready.
Now they'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down coming up.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Ready. Ready.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. The Colts will signal for their third and final timeout. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. They'll keep it on the ground to the 5-yard line.
Let's go now.
Second and goal. They'll stick to the ground. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. No problem there on the extra point, and the Broncos will go up by 7. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10.
19 right. Set. Cut 19. Cut 19.
Richardson to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Well, it's safe to say this offense now is entering desperation mode. They have such a long way to go with such little time to do it. You're thinking chunk plays, get out of bounds. You have to stop the clock and continue to pick up as much yardage as you can to, at the very least, be in position to take one Hail Mary shot to the end zone.
Here comes second down. The motion man is Raymond. Throwing on second down, Richardson. Off balance throw, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 39 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The motion man is Raymond. Here we go. One final play. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish, and this one will come to an end. So this will wind up a win for the Broncos. It was a game that delivered more points than most people would have expected with the snow falling at kickoff. Entertaining game for all involved as they'll head back to the locker room to warm up with a victory in their back pocket. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico.